Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today's problem is last cell in a matrix. The problem statement goes like, given a binary matrix of dimension with m rows and n columns, start from cell 0, 0, moving in the right direction. Perform the following operations. If the value of matrix I, j is 0, then traverse in the same direction and check the next value. If the value of the matrix I, j is 1, then update the matrix ij to 0 and change the current direction to clockwise. That is up to right, right down, up, right down, left direction, change to right down, left and up respectively. Find the index of the cell where you will be forced to exit the matrix while performing the given traversal. Okay, so let's understand the problem with example 1. Okay. So let's take a matrix. So this is column 0, 0. This is 0, 1. This is 1, 1. And this is 1, 0. So the value, this column contains a 0, this one contains a 1, this one contains a 0, and this one contains a 1. So it is given that we start from the cell 0, 0 and move in the right direction. So we just come to the cell and we found that it has 0. So when we encounter 0, we don't have to change the direction. So we'll just move in the previous direction, that starting with the right, we'll move to right. We come in this cell, we found that it has 1, so we'll cut this one and change it to 0, and then we'll change the direction. We were moving right, now we'll move in downwards direction, that is clockwise movement. We come to this cell, it already has 0. When this cell has 0, we'll have to continue moving in the same direction, and by moving in this direction we'll exit the matrix. And the problem statement asks that please provide the last cell from which you exit. So we exit from this cell, the column number of this cell is 1, 1, so the answer will be 1, 1. It's a simple solution. So what we have to do is we have to run the problem or perform this operation in a matrix where the operation where index I row and column do not cross the boundaries of this matrix. They stay in this matrix. That's it. And once they cross, we have to return the output. Okay, so when we start from 0, 0, we move right. So we change column. This is row and this is column. This is one column. This is second column. This is one row and this is another row. So when we move in this direction from right, left to right, or from right, when we move in the right direction, we change the column, that is J. We'll change the j from 0, 0 to we'll go to 0, 1. And when we move in this direction from up to down or down to up, then we change row. When we move right, left, we change column, or when we move up and down, we change row. Is that clear? That is the logic. Now let's try to code. If you understand the problem and if you understood the approach, you can try it yourself, then come back to check the solution. So what we will do is we'll take a variable. Let's write an algorithm here. we'll run a loop where when row and column stays in the boundary of m cross m matrix, m cross n matrix. Okay, when row and column stay in this boundary, then what we'll do, if it is 0, we'll move ahead, do nothing, keep moving in the same direction. If it is 1, we change that 1 to 0 and also change the direction to clockwise. If it is right, we'll go down. If it is down, we'll go left. If it is left, we'll go up. And if it is up, we'll go right again. So we will move in this direction. This is clockwise movement. Okay. Once the whole process is done, or once we cross the boundary, we'll return the last cell in which we were as the answer. In this case, 1, 1. Okay, let's try to code. All those who have understood the problem, first go and try to code yourself, then come back and see the solution. Yeah. So we are given a matrix. What we will do is we will take two integers in row initial starting with 0 and column starting with 0. We'll also take a cat eye variable which will store the direction. The starting direction is right. Now we'll start a loop where we check whether row and column stays in the boundaries of provided in the matrix, that is arc by C. So first, what row should be less than m, and then column should be less than n, and also row should be greater than equals to 0 as well. Col should be greater than or equals to 0. Now we have done that. We'll come inside the matrix. We'll check if matrix row column double equals to 0. If we encounter 0, what we will do, we'll check in which direction we were moving, and accordingly we'll make changes. If we encounter 0, we'll keep moving in that direction. So to move in that direction, we'll just have to increment the either row variable or column variable. Let's see. If dir double equals to r, if we were moving right, we'll just increment j. Else if dir double equals to, if you were not moving right, then if we were moving down, right down, so to move down we'll just increment the row variable. No, here we have row variable as row, here we'll increment column variable, and here we'll increment row variable. Okay, as if left, if we were moving left, then now to move left we have to decrement the column variable. And if we were moving up, then we'll have to decrement the row variable. Okay, so this is to keep moving in the same direction. To keep moving in the same direction. Now if we encounter that matrix cell row and column has 1, so if we have 1, first thing we need to do is we need to change it to 0. Now we also need to change the direction. So just copy these code and we'll make changes in these only. To change the direction. Now see, if we were moving right, then the new direction will be down. If we were moving down, then the new direction will be left. If we were moving left, the new direction will be up. And if we are moving up, then the new direction will be right. Correct. Now see, we are just moving in the clockwise direction. Now we have moved. We also need to move ahead. We just change the direction. Now we need to move in that direction. So to move ahead in the changed direction, and this is the code to move ahead. This is it. This is our while loop. Now we'll go out. See, when we keep moving and move ahead, when we move from this column or this cell, when we move from this cell, we move out. So when we move out, the row number has also increased. From 1 comma 1 we have also reached to 1 comma 2, but the answer is 1 comma 1. So we need to change the row and column variables accordingly. If we cross the cell from this direction and move out from here, then what we have done is we move from 0 comma 1 to 1 comma 1 to 2 comma 1. So we need to decrease the 2 to 1. So we'll decrease the row variable by 1. Okay, let's see how it is done. We'll use this code again. Okay, so if we were moving right and we cross the column, so what we have to do, to move ahead, we were increasing it. So we'll just switch the places and make them opposite. Wherever we were increasing, we'll decrease them, and wherever we were decreasing, we'll increase it. And just one time to get the to answer. Now, see, the return type of this method is an integer type array. So we'll take an integer type array, integer array type, name answer, and we'll store row comma column, row comma column, and return this as answer. This is it. So if you have any confusion or if you have any doubt, you can just ask in the comments. I'll reply. Okay, there's some. Okay, so there are NC, not M and N. Okay, so here it has to be capital R. Here it has to be capital C. Here they were M and N, so I consider that R and C. Okay. Perfect. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment. Do consider following. Do consider subscribing for more solution of these kind of problems. Stay tuned. Thank you and accept it.